Now, ladies and gentlemen, as much as I have always sung praises of the LABB murder cases, seeing that this is, of course, a bit of what I would call no pick, which is basically no partner in crime, or no pick in sight, because, well, I'm here alone with no partner in crime. No, give me a bit of an intermission. So while this might not be the pot that called the kettle the blacklist, I'm still dressed in black in honor of a particular note, another note. Death Note. Right? And there's a lot that a lot of people have covered regarding, you know, who is smarter between L and Kira. But I'm not sure if anybody ever really took the time to relay this, what I'm about to tell you. There is an alternate telling of the story, an alternate ending, an ending that you will only hear right here. You're not going to hear it from anybody else, you're only going to hear it from yours truly. Yeah? A one boss man cinema. Yeah? How does that alternate ending go? How does L no longer take an L to Kira? How does that happen? No, much like many of you, yeah, that moment where the spoon fell to the left and we saw that dramatic tilt, that marked the beginning of the end of L's cardiovascular activity. You see, in that moment, we knew what really happened. He wasn't the first one to go, right? It was, well, yeah, I think it was Watari that went first. And then shortly thereafter fell none other than Mr. Lawleyette himself. So the question is, as much as this is upsetting to the general populace who pretty much have been rooting for whichever side, I guess, to be fair, it felt, what's the word? You ever watch UFC and you're rooting for your favorite fighter to win? Mind you, he might not have won. But there's this moment where they're going back and forth and the rounds are close and you have no idea who's really winning the fight. And at the end of it, you're waiting and I don't know. If you know, right? You know, it's like Judge so and so says that it 29, 28, round one, Hughes. It's like 29, 27, round two. You know, you know how it goes. And so round one, round two, round three, round four. So it's dead even. And Judge says so and so. And new. You see, when you hear and new, it gives you that sort of yeah. That's what happens when you're watching UFC. So that's kind of a similar feel that we got when we were watching L versus Kira. We were hoping that the detective would prevail. He could have prevailed. And there was only one way he could have done it. One way. Well, I don't want to say one. So let me help you out with how he could have done this. Ready? So let's explore. Now imagine this. All he had to do was in that moment where he's like, but he's not the same as he was before. All he had to do was do what we happen to do in martial arts. There's a time for you to apply pressure, but then there's time for you need to bob and weave. Sometimes you need to get back. Sometimes you can't always be engaging. You have to know when to slip. You have to know when to, you understand? So with that, there are times you expand, but then there are times you have to reel it back. The problem with L, or just L, the problem with L is that he never knew when to let off of the gas, ease up off of the gas, come up off of the gas, ease up. Don't apply pressure the whole time. No, man. Because a popular Jamaican saying, you have to play fool for catch wise. Play fool for catch wise. Right? So with that in mind, here's what L could have done. L in that moment could have said, you know what? I think I'm satisfied with the fact that you're not Kira. Literally, lie through your teeth. Literally make everybody believe that you gave up on him being Kira, that he's no longer your suspect. That's the first step. Second step, continue working with the task force and keep them close to you and keep them on different assignments and keep working with them, because you're like, well, I'm not going to not utilize you. I might as well keep you guys around. Maybe you can learn something from me. Maybe you guys will be better detectives. And you keep doing that. Allow Light Yagami to think that he's getting away with it. Yeah, man, make him get away with it. You know, as T-Rex would say, he got away with it, but he ain't get away with it. Yeah. You know, let him think him get to it. And all you do, don't tell it to the task force at all. All the while you say that, yeah, man, you let it go and you're focusing on other cases, continue investigating Kira. Continue investigating Light without telling anybody. You don't tell anybody. Tell no one. Not even your most trusted Watari, not even him. Tell nobody. And remember, he had the means. He had the financial means. He is practically the Bruce Wayne of Death Note. He had the money. What does that mean? Could I buy a whole heap of satellite? He might just have to ask people from different regions of the world and say, yo, how much would it be for me to buy your satellites? I need them for a certain purpose. I mean, the FBI and the CIA work with him closely. So they're going to be like, we'll give you the satellite. You don't have to pay us. He's like, no. The cost is worth it. Trust me. All right? How much do you want for the satellite? They'll work out a price. Done. Nobody knows about his financial affairs but him and Watari anyway. All the while, Kira just doing what him do. He's going to let his guard down because remember now, when you're onto him and you're giving him all this pressure, it's like, okay, he knows. When you're investigating somebody, don't tell him, oh, I think you're the killer. Bad move. Because now he has to find ways to prove to you that he's not. No, man, make him feel like him get to it. Then, what do you do from there? How do you utilize this to your advantage now that you have all... Remember now, you have the money. You can pay hackers all around the world. Pay hackers for, monitor the activity and this and that and that. People can hack into your machine while you're on it. And make it very subtle. Because there are people that can like, let's say I'm using this right now to record. Somebody can be hacking me right now without my knowledge. Do it like that. I mean, what did he do when he wanted to send a message to Misra in the LABB murder cases? He hacked the computer. So all you do a discreet, a covert hack of the computer while he's on it. Hack the webcam. Obviously, you're not going to see the light. So you just, again, everything is covert. You're not telling nobody nothing what you're doing. Remember, you convince everybody that you're not investigating the matter anymore. You let it go. But in the meantime, you are secretly keeping track of every move that he make. Remember, you have links with all the criminals and all CIA agents and federal agents. Anybody can be watching him. And he'll never know. He'll never know. Even if one of your agents gets killed by chance, let's say he got the drop on one of them. Yeah? That's your evidence right there. Yeah? Let's say him go and say, wait, but I thought so-and-so said that I was off the hook. Why are feds looking into me? Why so-and-so? Then no, maybe Light would go and approach Ella and be like, yo, what gives? I thought you said that, blah, blah, blah. He's like,